All right, what's up, congratulators? This is Xavier Garcia once again, Ultimate Psychology Channel. And today we're going to be talking about mental orderliness. Now, yo, X-Man, what does that mean, right? Mental orderliness? I've heard about mental disorders. This is not mental disorderliness. This is mental orderliness. It's about getting your mind right, okay? There's multiple different ways to approach this, and we're going to be talking about 7 of them. You can talk to your psychiatrist. They can give you all kinds of drugs and whatnot. But this is a practical version, common sense version style. So number 1, what we're going to get into is the first thing you got to do. You got to like yourself, man. You know, there's lots of things in this world that are telling you that you're a nobody, that you're good for nothing, that you have no worth, you're no value, and you're of no worth, right? You're not worthy, and that's absolutely not true. Even though people have different talents and they have different portions of different talents and skill levels and skill sets and different things in life, it's so diverse, so much diversity. Okay, and the skills and the things that we've been given in our lives, the gifts that we have, but yours is unique. It's unique to you, and it's something valuable. And if you haven't found it yet, or you don't even know that you even have one, a personal gift, well, it's time to start looking for it. And you don't have to look too hard either. It's not like you have to go off in some shrine or go off on some journey to look for it. Just start noticing what you do on the little and the small levels. When you make a point with someone, or you said, I did that pretty good. That's one way to start noticing what your gifts are, okay? And it might look very similar in general on the surface, because in reality, like, gifts are universal, we all have them. But on the second layer of your gift, that's where you find your individuality, okay? So it's just another level, even if it doesn't look like, if you're a gamer, for example, there's how many gamers out there on YouTube? Well, you're still unique, and you still have a unique way of doing something, even if there's many similarities and parallels to what you're doing, okay? Because if you're in a genre that's super saturated, you're gonna have a lot of commonalities, okay? But you're still gonna have your own, you're still gonna make your own niche. And so the way to start doing this is you have to have a driving identity, okay? Or an affirmation that you can use. Because when you have an affirmation like, I like myself, and that's an easy, common one that you can start using. You start using, I like myself, I respect myself, and if you're like, hey, man, I don't feel like I like myself. I feel like I'm faking it. It's all right. When the soil is hard, it's packed down hard like stone, okay? And so when you plant the seed, the word, okay, and the word becomes flesh, when you plant the seed, it might not take right away. It might not take root. And even when it does, it takes a season of watering and careful nurturing for it to come to fruition. So you got to start saying, I like myself. I'm the best. I'm the greatest. I can do it, okay? I got this, all right? You start building yourself up that way, and you start mulching that soil, your mental soil, right? The mind is like a garden, Voltaire said. And so once you start doing that, you'll start feeling a little bit better with yourself after a period of time. And it does take time, so have some immense patience. And it's hard to have patience when you're having all these challenges constantly berating you and battling you with you every day, but you got to keep at it, you keep with it. That way you can be on the other side like this, and you can be a success story. You can have a before and an after. And it's usually easy to see on the outside if someone's working on their body before and after, but you'll have a mental makeover. So start off with the positive affirmations. And when you have the affirmations like, I like myself, or I love myself, I love my life, even if you're not feeling like they're true in the moment, it's like telling the truth in advance. I will like myself, but I'm going to say it as if it's true today. I'm going to take that deposit, I'm going to take the loan or the advancement, okay? I like myself. When you say that and you put that out into the universe, into the world, it has a magnetism towards it. Okay, and so this is how it gets unique for you. I like myself, and so that's a boom, right? It's like a word with magnetism, and all of a sudden, now that you've put this rod, like if you had a big magnet, if you have a magnet like Benjamin Franklin, or I forget who it was, and he put a key on the end of a stick, and it was lightning, raining outside. Well, that key acted as a conduit, and the key attracted the lightning, right? And he got struck by lightning. So that's the way the story goes. And so when you say, I like myself, that's like a key, and that's going to attract not just lightning from the sky, but it's going to attract things that word attracts. Then at first you're going to have things that say, why should you like yourself? Like, what is there to like? Okay, but when you start building it up, and you're attracting comments like, what's not to like? Okay, what's not to like about me? And you start attracting these things, and you start seeing in your world, your universe, because you're attracting this is your polarizing position. You start attracting the things that you start to notice about yourself that you do like about yourself, and you'll start, oh, that is good. It's like, even though if it's that one little drop, that one little thing, and there's, you got 99 problems, but hey, that ain't one. Okay, you continue to like yourself. You consider to put those affirmations forth and forward, and you'll start getting more. You'll start getting more, and you start filling your bucket. And there'll be so much, and you'll have so much to have gratitude for. You're gonna feel, you'll feel worthy, full of worth. So that's the first thing to do in getting mental orderliness, okay? To go from disorder to orderliness and getting your mind right. Number 2, forgiveness. Man, forgiveness. It's one of the things that keeps us sick, and that's why it's so big and foundational in many religions, especially for Jesus Christ, right? Forgiveness of our sins. When we forgive someone, we tell them that, either we're sorry, or that forgiveness is just saying, I'm no longer going to hold you responsible for my pain. If you've wronged me or if you crossed me, and now every time I see you, I feel angry, that means you're still holding a piece of me, and I'm still reflecting on that past event that is bothering me. And now I can no longer feel emotionally free. I have to be forgiveness. I have to be giving love out and giving it away. It doesn't mean that we've reconciled and that we've made everything better and patched it all up. But I'm no longer going to let the pain that you caused me to affect my future happiness, my present and future happiness. Okay, so I forgive you. I forgive them. I forgive everyone all the time for everything all the time. You forgive your parents, forgive your spouse, forgive your ex-spouse or ex-girlfriend, forgive your kids and your children. Okay, forgive anyone that you can think of. Forgive the universe. Okay, forgive God, right? If that's even such a statement. But forgiveness is the key for you to move on, to move forward. So you have this great wealth that you like yourself. You feel that you're worthy. You can keep it because you've gotten rid of that bitterness and all that gunk, that emotional gunk, that unforgiveness seems to build up when you have it. So you got rid of forgiveness. You've broken through radically, and you're feeling awesome. Okay. So what's number 3? Number 3 is, and this is why we go to psychiatrists or whatnot, or you might go to a psychiatrist. I'm healthy. I'm completely healthy. That's another great affirmation. I'm completely mentally healthy. If you might have a hormonal imbalance or some kind of body chemistry going on inside of yourself. You need to have a healthy diet, and this is independent research you can do for yourself. There's many diets to go on for organic growth, for your body to operate on its highest level. Okay, and you're a unique person, so you might see fads and things and trends that other people are doing, but do more research in this, because you might not have a Prozac deficiency, okay? But you might have a vitamin D proficiency, and that's what you can get just by coming out here in the sun and feeling it, right? God's gift, Mother Earth and Mother Nature. So focus on your hydration, make sure that it's adequate, staying away from things that I don't even need to say right now, things you need to avoid that you're consuming, and consume in the good things. If you want to be a racehorse, or if you're going to have a Lamborghini, you don't fill it with junk. Okay, you put it with high octane fuel so that you have high quality performance. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4, and getting your mind right and that mental orderliness. 4 is plan your days. Okay, so now that you're feeling great about yourself and the world around you, you got to plan your days, your minutes, your hours, your days, your weeks, your months, your years. Okay, plan your life out. And all planning isn't perfect, and you got to have some flexibility with this. And you ain't got to spend hours and hours defining the perfect structure and how your day's going to go. If you have a job, most likely you do. You have a 9 to 5. You have a certain job flow. You have morning routines. You wake up, you make your bed, you work out, you eat your breakfast, you shower, and you get dressed. You have the way you brush your teeth. You have all these routines, okay? And so, because these are already built-in habits, and you should already have, if you're a student going Monday through Friday for studying and your schedule, these things are not just burdens. These are actually tools to empower you. So know that, look at your life objectively and your time objectively, and say, how am I going to structure my day for maximum efficiency and effectiveness? And then start getting well organized. Spend a little bit of time each day, or at least at the beginning of the week, and forecast your week, how you like it to go. And if it doesn't go that way, don't trip, but you'll be more likely to achieve and accomplish more and be more productive on the things that you want to do when you have that track to run on, okay? And let things go. Forgive yourself if you don't keep your word, or you said you're going to do something, you don't do it. You got to bounce back, have that flexibility, and that's where liking yourself comes in. Because even if you don't accomplish or have that achievement that you want, you're going to be able to be like, you know what, I'm still good, I still love myself, and I'm going to get back on it tomorrow. You got to keep rolling with the punches. Okay, so plan your days, especially with the spouse. You guys want to have synchronicity with your schedules. You can get, actually a paper-bound, a wall calendar. You can have a daily planner that you write in. You can have, things like Google Docs. You can get, sync up with your wife or your friends and your meetups. That way you get daily reminders, and you have it on paper, and you have it, available to you at a call, like whenever you need it. So that's number 4. Number 5, which I'm going to go into next now, for keeping your mind mentally organized and in alignment with your highest value structure. That's going to be keeping your area. Okay. So after you've planned your days and you have this structure, now start looking around and hopefully on your time schedule there is keeping your area tidy, okay? Start with your room, move on to your closet, your house, everywhere around you, your cars, your work area, your workstation, and keep everything tidy. And that doesn't mean you got to be all OCD about, oh, it's got to be super clean or da-da-da-da, and you become like a neat freak. But it's okay to have your area well organized, because how this works out is that your external world is a reflection of your internal world. And if you want to organize in a tidy mind where everything's neat and proper in its place, then you can start by having your outside world be a reflection of that. And when you start moving things and knowing things that go in their proper order, it somehow has a magical effect that your mind starts to get organized and has order as well, and just as much. So keep your area and your surrounding areas tidy. And obviously sometimes the big bad wolf is going to come and blow your house down, or you're going to throw a house party, and or you're going to go on a big road trip and your car's going to get all trashed, right? That's okay. Then you make time to reorganize it, and you go with the flow. You have grace in your life, and you allow that to fuel you, so that way you're not going to be overburdened with, I just fixed it, you messed it up. Okay, if you have children, you're going to get them on board, so this is not a constant ongoing thing. Okay, because that could be a little bit frustrating, right? You put all that work into it and it gets blown away, but this is part of life and we roll with it. And that's why we go back to self-esteem and liking ourselves and loving our lives and knowing that, it's all good and you can bounce back from it. And you forgive them, and then you get back on when you can, schedule in to tidy, and then boom, you got it. This is just a nice process. So keep your area tidy. And number 6, tackle your problems, okay? Tackle your challenges. Man, life, and like as we've been mentioning, life is going to come along, and it's going to boom, blindside you, okay? Sideswipe you, kneecap you, whatever you want to call it. You have problems that you haven't faced in your past. You have problems that you're facing right now on your side, and you got problems in front of you. And that is just ridiculous, right? So it's like, help, right? I'm drowning, and you want to give up, you want to quit. There's no need to do that. And you start with one, because you went through this organizing and making your area tidy exercise. Now you can just, okay, I have my problems. Let me look at them objectively. Let me get them out on the side, or maybe on paper. Talk to someone, a trusted person, and look at your problems and the things that you need to face, right? You have your biggest problems, and maybe you can't get to them right away, but you can get to your smaller ones. And just like if you were like on trying to be debt free, you start a snowball effect, okay? You just handle what you can handle one piece at a time. But the thing is, you have to tackle them. You have to take on the challenge. When you like yourself and you're feeling strong, you're going to have more, and you're taking care of your health, you're going to have more abundant energy to handle these things, so that when a challenge comes, this mental challenge, your body can kind of burst back and at least level it, equalize it, so that it's not bigger than what it is, okay? So face your challenges directly, know what they are squarely, and hit back, and boom, hit it back, okay? There's some things you haven't dealt with, some old bills you got to pay. Sum up the courage and have the discipline to look at it. You're a grown adult, you're a man or a woman, act like it, okay? And so have the discipline to look forward to it. When you get that out of the way, you're going to feel more positive. You're going to have a full head of steam going in front of you. You can take on the next challenge, the next one, and so on and so forth. And you're like, hey, I'm pretty good at this. Okay, I'm winning. Okay, you get to the point you do become a total winner. And then now all of a sudden your slate is clean, and then you're going to have your future problems come before you, and you can handle them nice and easily and square them away one at a time, because you've already cleaned up your mess. You cleaned up what's beside you, and you can handle your problems as they come approach, because they are coming. That's just life. It's just life is like a series of challenges, okay? They're going to come one after another, and you're going to continue to meet them. You're going to continue to meet them, match them like a macho man, right, or macho woman, and handle your challenges and be a winner, be successful with them. And the more practice you get at facing them, easier it gets, and you have that mastery, that challenge mastery. Number 7, our last tip here for achieving mental orderliness is be of service, okay? God gave you these gifts, you've mastered your life around you, and now you can go out and help, okay? You've handled your problems, now you can go out and help people handle their problems, okay? And when you're putting other people before you, and this is just like in the airplane, you've got to put your own mask on first before you can help someone else. When you put your own mask, now you can be of service, and you can bring light and breath to other people, life to other people that are going through their challenges. And when you're able to do that, that brings a happiness inside you that calls you to, it stretches you to put others first. You're thinking outside of yourself and putting others before you and outside of yourself. And that calls for a great life. And you can use all your resources on them because you've taken care of yourself. And that's how you live on the highest level, because you're just juiced about life and you have a greater purpose. And that's one way to, the level that we all want to get to, is we can put other people first because we've taken care of ourselves and we can live a great life, right? So that's it, congratulators. Those are my 7 tips for achieving mental orderliness. Now you're no longer out of order, but you're back in order and you're back in service. You've learned how to like yourself and knowing the importance of it, forgiving others, getting your health in proper balance and at optimal level. You know to plan your days so that you have a track to run on. You're keeping your area tidy now all around you, so that your external world reflects the internal world that you would like to have and you want to have and that you're going to have. You're tackling your problems head on, face forward, best foot forward, and you're being of service to others. So take these tips and go out there and smash it, okay? Until the next time, love with freedom.